Namaskar everyone, this is Shorab back again with a new video. So in this video we're gonna explore together the maps of Golang. So maps are pretty straightforward and very important concept in Golang. So as you can see that we have a concept called objects in JavaScript and dictionaries in Python. Similarly, we have something called maps in Golang, but not identically completely same, but they have some similarities, but we can make use of it like them. Okay, so before starting this tutorial, I would highly suggest you to head over to the official documentation of Golang, from where you can learn it by your own. I highly suggest it to you guys. You should not be dependent on tutorial help and videos only. Okay, you must need to do your own research too to scale it up. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, I would like to open up my VS Code, where let's open up, drag and drop the folder that is dedicated for this Golang series for YouTube. And there, as usual, I'm just going to create another folder sequentially and drag that folder inside the VS Code so that the VS Code can open and launch it, particularly that folder. So now I guess we all know as if now that after creating a folder for Golang, we must need to initialize it by running the following command, which is go mod init and the initialize the project name. Okay, so in this case I'm going to name it as maps proj. Fine. Right after executing that command, you can see that another file called go.mod is already visible inside our root folder, where at the same level we must need to create another file called main.go, which is really important because this is the main entry file for our Golang projects. This file will run first. Okay, and its main file requires another package, which is main package. Let's import it quickly. After that, we must need to create another function. If you don't know what is function and how you can create and use it, you must need to watch our previous video. Obviously, I will try to mention that video in the description. You can head over to that video using our description section by visiting there. Okay, so this function is going to be named as main. So this function will be responsible for executing all other codes. Fine. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Assuming you already understood what's function now and other concepts that we have covered already, and if you didn't, then I will also I will also link the playlist of Golang series in the description. Okay, you can watch it later. So now let's create a map. What I can use, for example, like let's create a user data. Okay, so user details, this is going to be a variable. So then how we can initialize a map? Okay, we have a keyword, reserved keyword called map in Golang, and in this bracket, oh my god, let's zoom a little bit so that you can understand it and the visual get a little bit improved. So this is the map keyword syntax that is completely reserved in Golang, especially for creating maps. Okay, so and right after declaring that map keyword, and you need to actually specify another third bracket. This is going to be represent the type of the key of that particular map. Okay, so maps are actually a combination of key and value pairs. For example, here you go, we have a object where you can see the name. The name itself is the key, and this is the value right hand side, which is For example, it's show up, it's the value, and the key is name. This is what we are gonna say here. So this is, as we know that this is the name is, this is the string type. Okay, so we must need to specify that key is going to be type of string, and the value, let's say we have as if now we have only string. Okay, not a string, yeah, a string. Let's say it's a string as well. Fine. And then we can also declare it. How? Just use this. Now you can declare the key and value together. For example, name show off. Okay, so it's not a string because we didn't make it a string. Now it's string. So it's telling us that we have already created initialize this variable with a map and a value, but we didn't use it, so it's useless completely. Fine. To use it, to say it in terminal, we can print it out by running the following command: go run main.go, and here you can see it's not giving us anything. So what we need the key name, which is this name, to print it out the value. So now let's print it out. Here you can see the show up. Fine. This sorry for my background noises. They are actually night guarding in our area. They are civilians, and we're in a situation in Bangladesh. Okay, so it's kind of, yeah, emergency here. So let's get back to the point, and here you can see this. We have already called the variable with the to access the value of that particular key. So if we call it, then it's printing the value of that particular key of that corresponding map. Okay, that's what I was trying to tell you. But we can also make another way to initialize a map so that we can use it later on. How we can do it? So this is the straightforward way to initialize and populate the value at the same time. Now let's implement that other approach, which is using the make command. So let's use user details and make command. That's also a dedicated and reserved function of Golang to create slices and maps especially, but you can also set here the weight groups as well. It's completely channels also. It comes completely dependent on the situation. Okay, so now let's create a map, and here we have the thing that's pretty nice. Invalid type. So map, it's going to be string. The key type is going to be string, and the value type we can set it as integer. Okay, now we can initialize it. User details, and we can initialize it as is of 1. I guess we did something wrong, maybe. Yeah, age is going to be 1, and the size, right? Init the size, we can make it a size of 10, and undefined user details. Okay. We can really head over to the other official documentation, and there is nothing shame on getting help from the official documentation. That's why I didn't decide to edit my videos actually. Okay, so that you can watch me hustling and struggling while coding and searching for the solutions. Okay, so in the maps here you can see that we are getting this. And for that, yeah, we did a really great mistake and silly mistake. We have used only equal to, which is not valid of initializing a new variable in the case of Golang. So now I guess it's okay. Now let's have a look. So fmt dot println, and if you use user details and is, if you want to see the is, now if you run it, then you will see that the age is 1. But this is another way to do same thing. But can't we actually make more keys? Yes, obviously. Who's stopping you to do that? That's what you need to experiment and find out by yourself. So let's make a name, but this name is not going to be a string, because we have already initialized that the number is integer. Fine, so we cannot do anything really. But in our previous video, some of my videos, I have already explained that there is a term called interfaces in Golang that can be also work as a dynamic value as well. So we can obviously use it. Interface. So this is the interface type that will accept any kind of data types. So now you can see that it's also accepting the value as integer and the value as a string as well. So now if you rerun it with the name, then you'll be able to see that the first it will print out the age and then the name of the corresponding user one, and that's pretty good. Now let's see what else we can do. Let's try to remove one of the keys. Let's say we don't want this ace key, then what we can do, let it print first, then we will remove it. How we can remove it? Let's use delete function that is also reserved function of Golang. And pardon for my background noises, people are moving around here and there for night guarding our area. So yeah, that's a different case, but let's get into the point again. The delete keyword is reserved in Golang, which is responsible to do its own arc for deleting particular things. In this case, we want to delete the user details particular key and its value too. So we are gonna delete the is. Fine. So this is going to give us invalid expected to found on. Yeah. So this is not what it expects the map, and then the second parameter will accept the name of that key which you need to remove from that map. So here h. Now if you just simply rerun the code again, then it will show the age and name first, then it will delete the age value and the keyword itself from our variable which contains the map, and then it will try to reprint it again. But in that case it won't be able to show or print the age and its value inside our terminal. Instead it will only show us the name of our username. So let's check it out. Here you can see, so we have 1, which is the age. The first time it's printing it, then the show off, that's okay. And then it's in deleting task of user details, which is a map, and its key, which is second parameter, age. So it's deleted, so it's now nil. So in terms of in JavaScript we have null, in Python we have none, in Golang we have nil. Okay, that's the difference. You just need to understand it. Okay, so now after that, let's reinitialize it again. How we can do it? Let's first of all, we can also use the same method to update it as well. So now we have previously we have initialized the age with value 1, then we are reinitializing it, or in terms we can updating the age of that particular map to 10. Now you can see that the 10 is now updated and replaced by 1. 1 is replaced by 10, and then it's printing and then deleting that age again and trying to print out that age which is nil now, as we have already deleted it. And now finally we are also trying to print the name which is visible. That's why it's visible here again. So that's how we can use the delete function, which is a reserved function in Golang in this case. So let's go for another thing. Let's see what we got. What if we are trying to get this value inside another variable? For example, name. It's user details and name. Here you can see that name is here and it's returning. What's it's returning? I don't know. Let's find it out. What's actually printing out here? Name variable, and let's comment it out so that we can only get the result of this particular code. Here you can see it's giving us this result, but we have another concept here. Here we can see where you go. Yeah, there is it. It's not returning anything, so yeah, it doesn't matter. So if it is suppose it's returning something, so let's say it might return another value if you use key or field name. So if you run it and print it out, then it will print out first what's inside the field name and then the name variable which is containing it. Okay, so now let's run it. So here you can see that first it's running the field name, fine, and then it's true because the execution is successful, fine. Not field name, it is the value and success. So the value is going to contain the value of that particular key, and the success is if the value exists, fine. And if this is not existent in the maps, for example, names, it's not existing in the map. We didn't create it anywhere. We only created the name and age, and later on we had replaced the age which was on by 10, and then right after initializing and updating it again with the 10 value, we are deleting it, that age particular key and value called age, using this function, and then we are individually fetching, accessing the value which is names, which is generally not inside our maps. So in this case it should not give us any result here, and this should be as false. Let's see. Yeah, the nil, because we don't have anything called names, so there is no matter or debate. It's not a rocket science that as this key is not initialized and it's not found, so it's simple that it also don't have any values. So that's why the value is nil and is success. It was previously when we got we were able to find out the value using the keys. It was showing us true, and now as it's not there and the value is not found, so then this particular key variable is now containing the false value. It means it's failed. That's what it is. Now we have another thing called clear. So in this clear, it actually expects just only on parameter to clear the entire user details. Let's assume that we want to completely wipe out our map. So we can do it, and then we can print it out again. Let's print it out. Oops, my bad. Let's print it out. We are at the end of this video. Now if you rerun it, let's clean it by commenting it out. And as we don't need these values because they are not using anymore, we can avoid them by giving them a underscore, or underscore is only available when you find something, right? Is success. So if success is declared, okay, let's print it out. Whatever, we don't want to see this, so that's why we filled it with underscore. So it's naturally in Golang it will ignore that warning. So now after clearing this, it won't give us any result. It will give us only nil here. So that was it in short video. That you can make use of it in different ways. You just need to think how you want to use it, but it's really useful. You can use it twice or more than it, and in upcoming videos we will learn more interesting thing, which is pointer maybe. I'm not sure when I will introduce this chapter in this series, but we have a long way to go on, but I will definitely cover each and everything of Golang. So that was it for today. I hope you understand what is map in Golang. If this video helps you understanding maps of Golang, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and if you have any doubts regarding this video, then you can always comment down and I will try to solve it in the comment section. Thank you. Good night. Namaskar.